If there is an objection to these two proceeding, speak now or forever hold your peace. Who gives this woman to marry this man?
Her mother-in-law.
For those of you that don't know me, I am Neighbor Greg. When Adam and Laura asked me to perform their ceremony, I assumed it was because Adam and Laura ahead of their wedding. I was given little direction, but asked to be myself and not to use too many Bible verses, which I found to be that this is going to be a very long ceremony. And quite frankly, what are you doing here? Do you even know these two? In preparation for today, I had to do a very quick study on the 7 books and 8 movies that make up Harry Potter, and in firm belief that J.K. Rowling lifted much of her work from the writings of Solomon, Paul, and Matthew. One of her overwhelming themes is why Adam and Laura are here today. That we might be strong alone, but we are infinitely stronger when someone is with us. None of her 3 protagonists would be successful in their journeys if they had remained alone. Like Adam and Laura, they were meant to do life together. Yet there were 3. The wisest man to ever walk the earth, King Solomon, knew this and wrote, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their work. For if either of them falls, when there is no one to lift them up. If either of them falls, the one will lift up his companion. But woe to the one who falls when there is no one to lift him up. Furthermore, 2 lie down together to keep warm. But how can one be warm alone? And if one can overpower him who is alone, 2 can resist him. But a cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. J.K. Rowling believed the strongest number was 3. So did Solomon, and so does God. God bless this marriage and strengthen it all the days of your journey together. Strength. It takes a great deal of strength to have a successful marriage. You have to swallow your pride at times and honor your spouse to others. I caution you, Adam and Laura, that you will find times when it is easy to speak negatively about your husband or wife to others. Don't do it. When you do, you open up your relationship to hurt. Trust in each other and speak with respect about the other to your family and friends. Dumbledore said, it takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. Don't allow your family and friends to speak disrespectfully about your spouse either. Today, you are forming a family of 2, and the 2 of you should come before all others. Respect each other, receive support from those gathered here today that love you. However, when times are tough and decisions have to be made, realize that the only votes that count are yours. One of Rowling's protagonists, Hermione, once said, Dumbledore says people find it easier to forgive others for being wrong than for being right. This will be especially true when you argue in your marriage. When you argue respectfully. Do not raise your voice or bring up things that have already been forgiven from the past. In your marriage, it should be just as easy to forgive when you realize the other is right as it is when the other is wrong. Yet you will struggle. Be aware of that fact and react accordingly. The disciple Matthew wrote, "Why do you look at the speck that is in your other's eye, but do not notice the log that is in your own eye?" Fantastic words to remember when you are arguing over why your house is a mess and company is on the way over. The Apostle Paul told us, love is patient, love is kind, and is not jealous. Love does not brag, and is not arrogant, does not act unbecomingly. It does not seek its own, is not provoked, does not take into account a wrong suffered, does not rejoice in unrighteousness, but rejoices with the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. The overwhelming theme in both the Bible and the books of Ms. Rowling is love. Love is the closest thing we have to magic in the real world. Adam and Laura, I want you to focus on your love for each other in good times and bad, when you're happy or sad, all the days of your life. You were given the gift of the person next to you so that you could experience love until death do you part. Do not pity the dead, Harry. Pity the living, and above all, those who live without love. Wise words again spoken by Dumbledore, and never truer than today, the day of your wedding. I found it quite symbolic that your guest book is the Marauder's map. You both have been searching for someone to spend your life with, and God put you on a map to each other without you even knowing. Every step, every turn, every pitfall in your life to this point was part of the map to your treasure. Now that you have found it, where will your treasure stay? In today's society, it is easy to allow other things to become your treasure. Cars, purses, golf, material possessions, spending time with friends instead of your spouse, all can lead to a marriage that grows apart. J.K. Rowling straight up plagiarizes my man Matthew, and it's chapter 6, verse 21, when she has Dumbledore tell us, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Stay on the map. Stay focused on the treasure it led you to, and your hearts will always remain with each other. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Both Jesus and J.K. agree on that. Now, if you would care to retrieve your rings, we can make this official. Do you, Adam, take Laura to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish all the days of your life? Do you, Laura, take Adam to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish all the days of your life?
I do.
By the powers vested in me, by the state of Indiana, and with the support of your loved ones here today, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Adam, introduce your bride. Now, the wedding ceremony has been performed.